Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So lately, I've been seeing more white people saying what used to only be whispered, right? That they don't feel bad about what happened in the past. They're saying, "Oh, I didn't enslave anyone," or that it wasn't me, it was my ancestors. And you know what? That honestly is important because at least now they're saying the quiet parts out loud, how they really feel. But I don't want to say too much. Let's watch the videos and we'll be back with some commentary. Credit goes to all original creators. Quick disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes. Let's watch and we'll be back.
You're blaming the problem in the black community on the white attitudes towards the blacks.
I assume you're a student at some juncture. Have you studied American history?
Slightly.
Have you studied slavery?
Yes.
Do you understand if I were to give you a current example of slavery, what I would do with you is if a spaceship lands, someone takes you to a planet where there are nothing but green people. They take you away from your mother, your father, all of these institutions. It took at least 3 years to make a slave a slave. For the next 3 years, green people are going to tell you, you're no good, white is a horrible looking color, not having zinc bob wire hair is disgusting. Now, let me ask you this. After 400 years of that, what do you think your reaction would be when you saw a white person either in the audience or in a magazine? But still, the microphone isn't on.
What I've got from today's discussion is that you're saying your actions are based upon how we react to you.
No, I am asking you, what would your reaction right now be after having been held in captive 400 years by green people? What would you think of being white now, right now? No, that's he speaks for himself. He would?
I'm
Okay,
still,
fine.
I'm
That's the
still
answer to the
white.
question. That's
I'm still white. White is white and black is black.
No, that's not the question, sir. The question is, if you for 400 years had been on the planet Mars with green people
being told that white was no good,
over and over again.
That's what he doesn't
being
get.
Being white is no good.
That's what he didn't
If
get.
they had killed you, if you'd stood up and saying being white is all right, if they killed generations of you for standing up and saying being white is all right, I ask you today, what would you think of being white?
Am I supposed to say that I don't like my heritage?
Despite the fact that my people aren't getting eaten, beaten, and tortured anymore, slavery has never ended. They've just gotten us to a point to where we turn on ourselves so we do the heavy lifting and they don't have to. I want you to understand that the best way to hide something is to put it in plain sight. Let's do a mini history lesson for a second. Slavery ended in 1865, which is when black codes were designed. Black codes were laws specifically designed to govern black people. But we free though, y'all, We just don't have the right to own any land, own any properties, or conduct any businesses. So when those laws came to an end, I'll say the early 70s, that's when the Jim Crow laws came into place, which were to segregate the blacks and the whites. We free though, but I don't want to sit by y'all, eat by y'all, work with y'all. I don't even want to breathe the same air that y'all fucking breathe. Yuck. So when the Jim Crow laws came to an end around the mid-1900s, that's when redlining came into play. That's when I'm finna use all these laws to push y'all into these specific neighborhoods, which we would consider the projects. And in these projects, I'm not finna allow y'all to get a job to where you can afford to go anywhere else. I'm not finna give you no loan to where you can go stay where the nice people stay because it's in the laws. I can't even give y'all no law. I can't give y'all no shit because I'm gonna lose my job if I give y'all any type of loan. You can't get that. I'm gonna beat your ass if you look at me wrong, but no matter what, y'all are free. Slavery ended. Just go be happy. So now that y'all have these neighborhoods, I'm going to use structural racism to pollute those neighborhoods. Despite the fact that I'm going to dump drugs and guns into your neighborhood so that you all kill each other off, I am going to put food chains in there so that y'all slowly kill yourself. I'm going to put liquor stores over there. I'm going to put check cashing places in there. Give me all your money. Spend your money and spend it fast. I'm not going to put any good grocery stores over there. I'm just going to put all this bad stuff in your neighborhoods so that you all slowly kill yourselves. Now that I've gotten you all right where I want you, I'm going to use gentrification because now I'm taking back that neighborhood. I'm going to put all the good stuff over there. I'm going to put the good grocery stores and the yoga places and all this good stuff so that the property tax raises. And now you all can't afford to stay there anymore, silly. I don't care about the communities that you've made for yourselves. I'm taking this back and now it is mine. So I'm going to give you a lump sum that's not even worth what your house is worth, but you have no choice to move. So now you're going to go where you can afford to go, which is what we would now consider the ghetto. And in these ghettos, I'm going to over police that ghetto neighborhood so that we get higher arrest records. Silly? Like, what do you mean? And please don't get me started on the school to prison pipeline. But enough of our history lesson. Let's talk about today. It's in our music. I'm just going to force all of the women to dress half naked, and I'm going to tell them to talk about how men ain't shit. And for the men, I'm just going to force them to rap about killing each other and how I need 10 girlfriends. One girlfriend is not enough. It's in our cinema. I'm just going to show you all BDs and BMs. Everybody's cheating and beating on each other. And if I do ever show you a 2-parent household, somebody got to be cheating on each other. And please do not get me started on our judicial system, who has so many crooked judges in there who get paid to give our people higher sentences. The cherry on top, I'm going to, if not encourage, but I'm going to enable cops to go mess with our people, kill our people, plant drugs on our people, etc., etc. Why wouldn't I do that? They're not gonna know, silly. But that don't matter though, because y'all is free. Y'all have y'all freedom. Like, y'all can do what y'all want to do. Like, slavery ended, okay, be happy, cool. Instead of physically fucking them over, like they're gonna catch on to that, I'm just gonna do it mentally and psychologically. You get what I'm saying? I'm just gonna turn them against each other. I'm gonna kill their whole belief system on 2-parent households, marriage, loyalty, unity, anything like that. I'm going to kill that. Let's squash that. And I'm going to turn them against each other to where they think black on black crime is actually a thing. They're just going to slowly kill each other off, and we don't have to do anything.
I will never say that progress is being made. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. If you pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that the blow made. And they haven't even begun to pull the knife out, much less try and heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.
I first experienced white guilt when I was in middle school watching The Color Purple with my classmates. And I realize now that going to school in Teaneck, New Jersey was such a unique experience for white people in this country because of its rich diversity, ethnically, racially, and really in terms of money. I mean, we had $1 million homes, and then we also had project housing. So yeah, Teaneck was a really good microcosm for the world. And I realized how unique that experience was. I further went on to college to go to school in an all-black dorm. And I also realized that experience is very unique for white men in this country. And with all that lived experience as a white person, I still had racist thoughts without knowing it, because they were not KKK thoughts. They were more like assumptions, judgments. I considered myself a good person, but I did not do the deconstruction of white supremacy to understand that things that I was thinking is due to the systems around me. So when BLM happened, I took anti-racism very, very seriously. I literally took a online Zoom class for 6 weeks with tons of reading. And my anger comes from white guilt today in 2024, that white people still choose ignorance, still choose racism. And the reason why I said it's not Democrat, not Republican, and spin, wait, before you guys go nuts, wait, racism is not exclusive to only Republicans. They are just outward about it. They are just, yeah. But the Democrats, we're racist too. We just dress it up better. Case in point, there was a white Democrat who calls herself a feminist, and in her comments to one of my recent posts, she said something to the effect of, racism isn't even going to be a problem anymore because white people aren't reproducing and we will be done by 2040. That's what she wrote on my page. Not one of you called her out for that, by the way. You were agreeing with her because I happened to say something about Trump, and so everyone was attacking me. What she said was racist, and that's my point. Donald Trump exists because white people allow racism to exist. If you are a white person and you've done anti-racist work, whoop, whoop, all right? I want to see all my white people who have done anti-racist work drop a hands up, drop a fist up in the comments if you've done anti-racist work. You are going to see it's a minority of white people. It's a very small portion of white people that do this work. And so my point to you is that racism is not exclusive to political party lines. And it is our white people's collective racist energies that contribute to the existence of people like Donald Trump. White people should have stopped him dead in his tracks in the 80s when he took out that full-page ad against the Central Park Five. But instead, white people drank the Kool-Aid, and we persecuted 5 innocent black boys for no good reason, other than they were black. So when I talk about the ills of our society, I'm talking about this. And no Democrat or Republican is going to fix what I now see as the true ills of society. The fact that racism even exists in 2024 is just beyond me. So I get mad and I get angry. And it has turned me to being an extreme radical leftist. I only want black radical leadership. I want black radical leadership. I want Malcolm X for president. That is how I feel. And if you want to call me crazy, if you want to say I'm unhinged, I don't care. Because the work that needs to be done on planet Earth is the reckoning within our hearts and minds for how we go about thinking about each other, treating each other, hating each other for just because of identity, sheerly because of what you are on the exterior.
The thing is, black people are not asking for white guilt, right? Black people don't need anyone to sit in shame for what their ancestors did. What black people want is awareness, right? For people to understand that racism didn't just disappear when slavery ended, right? It's evolved. It's in the laws, right? The neighborhoods, the schools, the justice system. So when palm-colored folks say, I don't feel guilty, that is fine, right? But what are you doing instead? Are you speaking up? Are you using your privilege to make change? Are you challenging the systems that still keep people down? Are you? Because guilt won't change the world, but action will. So yeah, say the quiet parts out loud. Just make sure that what comes next is accountability, not indifference, right? This video is just for education and commentary purposes only, not to incite hate or violence of any kind. Credit goes to all original creators. Please drop your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for tapping in when you saw this video. And as usual, I'll see you on my next one.